So hello everyone, this is the second session of our online class. So let's start our class again, everyone. So for this second session, I will focus on grammar point which is in the blueprint book, alright? So the grammar point that I'm going to introduce you guys today are past continuous and past perfect continuous. So yesterday we also studied about the grammar points, right? So do you still, what are the grammar points that you have learned yesterday? So the grammar point that I told you or I explained you yesterday was about the past, what everyone? Past simple and past perfect. Alright, very good. So yesterday we tried to differentiate between the past simple and past perfect, right? And also you know the difference, right, between past simple and past perfect already. And also you were informed that you were told that for the past simple and past perfect, usually in a sentence when we use past perfect, there's also a past simple come along with past perfect as well in that sentence. Alright, so for past simple we use it to talk about a completed action in the past, that it finished already in the past, right, at the exact time. However, for past perfect, it's more special than the past simple because it used to talk about the past as well, but it refers to the action that happened before another action in the past. So it means that past perfect, it happened before past simple. Alright, so today we are going to look at the difference between past continuous and past perfect continuous. So far we all talk about past, right? So I know you know a lot, right, about the tense in the past. Alright, so for past continuous, as you can see here on the whiteboard, the form of the past continuous, we have was over plus verb ing. So when you hear the tense of past continuous, you will think back of the present continuous, right? So one is present, but one is past. So I would like to review a little bit about the present continuous. As you know already, for present continuous, we use it to talk about the action that is in progress or the action that is happening right now at the moment of speaking, right? For example, I am teaching you right now, right? How about past simple? What are different? How about past continuous? Sorry. So for the past continuous, it's similar, but it's only the difference between simple, present, and past only. So here for the past continuous, we use it to refer to the actions in progress at a past time. So for the past continuous, we use it to talk about the action in progress or the action which was happening as well, but it was happening in the past, not in the present. That action, it was happening or it was in progress in the past. Alright, so let's take a look at the example all together. So what were you doing at 8 o'clock last night? So here as you can see, what were you doing at 8 o'clock last night? So at 8 o'clock last night, I was watching TV. How about you? What were you doing at 8 o'clock last night? Right? So I believe your answer, it might be you were doing your homework, right? At 8 o'clock last night. Alright, so let's take a look at past perfect continuous. So for the past perfect continuous, the form as you can see, we have had plus been and plus verb ing. Alright, so here for past continuous we have was verb plus verb ing, but for past perfect continuous we have had plus been and plus verb ing. So for past perfect continuous, it talk about the actions in the progress, right? Action in the progress as well at a past time, but before another action in the past. So here for the past perfect continuous, again, it talk about the actions which was happening in the past, but it happened before another action in the past. Alright? So here, please see the example all together. I had been cooking soup for 20 minutes when the phone rang. So as you can see here, I had been cooking. Here is the past perfect continuous, had plus been and plus verb ing, had been cooking soup for 20 minutes when the phone rang. So when the phone rang here, which tense everyone? So the tense is past simple, right? So here, which means that the action that you were cooking in the past, right? For 20 minutes, the durations that you were cooking in the past, it happened, right? In progress at that time, and after that, when you were cooking, you heard the phone rang, right? Alright, so here as you can see in this sentence, so here when they use the past perfect continuous, there's always a past simple in that sentence as well, right? Yes, if you notice here, I had been cooking soup for 20 minutes when the phone rang, because if you see the usage of the past continuous, it is so much the same, right? Because for past perfect continuous, we use it to refer to the action which was happening. Here you can see had been cooking, which was happening, right? For 20 minutes, and also which was happening in the past, but before another action in the past. So here the phone rang, it happened after you were cooking. Not phone rang, it does not happen before you had been cooking at all, but had been cooking happened first, and then the phone rang. Alright, so here for the past perfect continuous, we can also use it to show the results and the consequences of actions. So here I had been working all day, so I was very tired. So you can see here again, there was past perfect continuous and past simple together in a sentence. I had been working, and here I was very tired. So here it shows about the consequence, right? So if you work for the whole day, like here you said I had been working for the whole day, so that you will definitely feel tired, right? So you said, so I was very tired. All right, so here let's take a look at the two sentences here all together, that it shows about covers all past simple, past perfect, past continuous, and also past perfect continuous in these two sentences. Alright, so the first one, the sun was shining when I went out. So here was shining, what tense is it everyone? The tense is past continuous, and when I went out here is past simple. So usually for the past simple and past continuous, they always use it in a sentence all together. And also for the past simple, when we use it with the past continuous, it shows the interruption. Do you know the interruptions? So here when you do something and there's something or someone interrupt you, okay, that come, okay, immediately. So for example, as you can see, the sun was shining when I went out. So here while the sun was shining, and then you went out. All right, so the next sentence, but the ground was wet because it had been raining. So here past simple again, was wet, but because it had been raining. Had been raining here, it refers to the past perfect continuous, because like I can say for a period of time in the past, it had been raining, right? I can say for 5 hours or for 4 hours, yeah, and so that's why you can say the ground was wet. So it means that it rained first, and then the result, the ground was wet. All right, so here let's take a look at the practice all together in order for you to put what you have learned into practice about the past tense so far that you have learned. All right, So here, let's take a look at number 1. Helen, blah, 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 not or do what they want you to complete, and anything special when we arrive. So everyone, which tense that you should use? We have past simple, past perfect, past continuous, and past perfect continuous. Which tense that is suitable with this sentence? As you can see, Helen, anything special when we arrive. As you can see here, past simple, right? Past simple. And as I mentioned earlier, I told you already, when we use past perfect, there's also a past simple in that sentence, right? And also when we use past perfect continuous, there also a past sentence in that sentence. And also when you use the past continuous, there also a past sentence in that sentence as well. So among these 3 tenses, which tense that you should use? So here, as I told you earlier, we use past simple or past continuous together when we want to show the interruption. So as you can see here, Helen bought anything special when we arrive. So here we should use past continuous, wasn't doing. So here, why I don't use past perfect continuous? Do you know the reason why? Why don't I said Helen hadn't been doing anything special when we arrived? Why I don't use past perfect continuous in this sentence? Because when you see a sentence without a duration, like for 5 minutes, for 2 weeks, or I can say for a period of time, so you should use past continuous rather than past perfect continuous, because if they show the duration of time, I suggest you to use past perfect continuous. But if it does not show any duration, so you should use past continuous instead. Okay, Helen wasn't doing anything special when we arrived. Number 2, Sam put on a lot of weight. Put on a lot of weight here, it means gain weight. Okay, because he blah 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 ate too much. Alright, so here I think for here, if you see the word because he ate too much, so it does not happen only one time, right? Here I can say it happened for a period of time, right? That action, eat too much. Alright, so which tense that you should use, everyone? So the tense we should use is past perfect continuous, because he had been eating too much. Number 3, I blah 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 have lunch when he entered the restaurant. So when you see that one action interrupt by another action, which tense that you should use, everyone? Here as you can see the past simple already, so another tense you should use is past continuous. I was having. Number 4, last one, while I blah 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 walked home last Monday, I saw a terrible car accident. As you can see here, past simple again. So here, while I was walking. Alright, so everyone, so far you have learned a lot of past tenses already. So again, the past tenses that you have learned are past simple, past perfect, past continuous, and past perfect continuous. It's all about the past, yes, but there's only a slightly difference in that tense. Alright, so I believe you are clear with all these 4 past tenses. Alright, so if you are not clear, you can search more on Google or on internet, or you can ask more questions in your group. So that's it, the end of my session today, and see you tomorrow, everyone. Bye bye.